Welcome to ADX Sydney 2026, one of Australia's leading dental exhibitions, where innovation meets clinical excellence. In this series, Carolyn, CEO of Trill by AI, sits down with some of the industry's most forward-thinking dental companies. Exhibiting at the event through these conversations, we explore the latest technologies, industry's driving change on the exhibition floor.
Okay, so here with Jonty from our friends at Dentally, and just going to ask a few questions about AI.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jonty's worked all over the UK, new to Australia. So what are you seeing in AI? What changes have you seen within the practices?
Yeah. Well, I think firstly, AI is obviously this incredible space over the last few years where it's like a new shiny toy to all of us, right?
So new and shiny.
Yeah. So we've grabbed a hold of it. And I think what we're very careful of actually as a practice management system, people look to us to be that kind of like market leader in terms of education around these kind of things. So we've approached it with a little bit of caution. But what's really exciting is that it's been able to revolutionize the patient journey and give more time back to practice teams as well. And I think that really is the essence of what we want to do with the AI tech that we're bringing into Dentally, is to make sure that there's better patient outcomes with AI and there's more time back for practice teams, because practices can be hectic environments,
Absolutely.
right?
Well, yeah, they don't have the time. They are overwhelmed with seeing patients, but then the admin burden, compliance, operations is overwhelming.
Absolutely. So if we can do just a little bit to alleviate some of that pressure through what we do with our processes. And what's really cool, like we're just launching our ambient recording, for example. And then it feels like a bit like there's no ceiling to where we can go with this.
I would agree.
Yeah, so it's going to be really exciting. So yeah, carry on watching this space.
So right now, how do you think practices are accepting the innovation that's coming?
Yeah, what I like with dental, and I've worked in it for 10 years now, is that there's the early adopters and there's the people who get really excited and go all out. But there's a large part of the marketplace that, a bit like you approach it a little bit of caution, but then once it's adopted and it's in practice, like you see how it revolutionizes their lives up to an extent. I know that sounds extreme, but it really does. So it's really exciting to see the adoption of it quicker. I would say AI has been adopted much quicker than other processes in the past, because every night they might be using ChatGPT to answer some questions. It's become the new Google. So they're much more adept with it than I think any other technological innovation, because we're starting to see it in everywhere.
Everywhere. So it's almost the norm now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. So if you were to step forward 5 years, what's the opportunity? Where do you think we're going to be?
I think the opportunity for dental practices and one of our remits is that if we're developing a click, we're developing a problem. Okay. So we want it to be a completely contactless environment for the practice, and AI is going to be a key to unlocking that. We want patients to be able to walk into practice and be able to be automatically checked in because they've got QR codes on their phone, and then it's picked up, and then all of a sudden AI is able to kind of pre-fill information for them and kind of suggest best appointment times. And from a clinical perspective and a practice staff, it's just going to alleviate that workload. So more staff can do what they love and actually spending time with the patients and in that kind of patient care space rather than in the admin space, which we got to do it, but it is laborious, right?
Absolutely. It's all about the patient experience.
Exactly.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No, absolute pleasure.
All right, so I'm here today with the team from ASDA, who is very close to my heart because we are all about dental, AI and innovation. So do you guys just want to first introduce yourselves and then we can talk about ASDA? And tell me why you started ASDA.
So I'm Jeremy Pack. I am a general dentist. I've been working for about 5 years now and I work in Pennant Hills.
I'm Dr. Selena. I am a general dentist. I've been graduated for 6 years now and I work around the Carlingford, Dundas area.
Why ASDA? What made you start this? Because it is the only AI society in dental. So why did you start this?
It's a great question. I think for us and just seeing how AI is revolutionizing a whole lot of different spaces in society, in the workplace as well. Dental was bound to happen, and we're already seeing that in software, in workflows. And so I think we wanted to be part of this society and learn and also encourage others to see how AI has a place in the dental world, to be able to, I guess, future-proof our practice, as well as encourage a community to consider and think about how AI can be used in the right way and with the safeguards in place. So yeah, that's essentially why we've joined and kind of helping out with ASDA. Yeah.
For myself, I'm very excited to see how AI can be utilised to help improve patient outcomes, whether it be with diagnosis, communication, increasing their understanding of the conditions they have, also with the ability to analyse data and from that sort of get recommendations and better sort of longitudinal data and sort of what parameters can be focused on to improve patient outcomes.
Amazing. So, thank you. So, talk to me about ASDA and what have you done already, because you've been going for just over a year. So, for those people that don't actually know who ASDA are, talk about what you've done, and then I'm going to ask you what's coming. So, what have you done so far?
Sure. So at ASDA, we've had multiple meetings throughout the year. We've had about 4, and we have an exciting one coming up, the Summit. Each time we meet up, it's fantastic. Like-minded dentists are connecting. We have a community of really kind but also very passionate dentists that want to achieve the best in their workplaces, whether that be with efficient workflows or also with communicating with their patients and staying ahead of the game. We've had people come in and talk about 3D printing. We've had Professor Axel Spa come in and talk about how AI can be helping with the diagnosis of periodontal disease and the implications for that in regards to utilising scans and CBCT data to ensure that we know the longevity of or the prognosis of a tooth and potentially implications for treatment management options for that patient. Yeah, it's been a very exciting space. I'll let Dr. Jeremy talk about the upcoming summit, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, so the summit is actually something that we've introduced for this year, and it's a one day on the 20th of June, which is a Saturday, and essentially we've got a whole lineup of speakers, and they'll be speaking on various kind of categories or spaces of AI. Some of it talking more in terms of technical skills, how to actually implement it from a practical standpoint. Others talking more from a legal side as well, which is obviously very important for us. So there's a whole kind of array of things happening on that day, as well as a panel. And the panel's got some really spicy speakers. They're willing to say their opinions and not shy away from things, which I think is great. And I think that's the kind of environment that we wanted to create so that we can have these open conversations and actually talk about, you know, the dangers and the risks, the benefits, and actually how to be able to implement that well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to echo the spicy conversations that I was at the last meeting, and it's held once a quarter, and the conversations were rigorous. But in this world of AI and innovation, as you said, we need to have these conversations. For the industry, for the profession, we need to be talking about this. And for me, the thing I love about what you're doing is it's regular. That it's every quarter, you're getting the experts in, you're talking about innovation, but also guardrails, what is right for the industry. So for me, I think what you guys are doing is incredible. Okay, so I've been talking to lots of people in the industry today, and the question I'm asking everybody is, where do you see the industry, the profession in 5 years' time?
Very exciting.
This is
5 years.
Yeah, and no warning with this one. So,
just with AI or anything?
with AI.
Oh, with
So-
AI. Okay.
Or across the boards.
Ooh, okay. I'll say something.
Look, when I first joined the society, I read the AI 2027 paper and watched a YouTube video as well, and I was scared out of my mind. So I think, I don't know, the potential of AI is just huge. I think the challenges come with how to actually implement that with kind of the guardrails of the legal side aspect, but I think just efficiency will grow heaps. It will be quite scary, I think, in terms of maybe when it comes to even something like receptionists and using AI receptionists. But whether the low-hanging fruit can be taken over by the role of AI, and instead we can focus the time and energy for patient care.
Patient experience.
And exactly, that's right. And so overall, I think it will be great in terms of how it's implemented, or that there'll be so much potential. I think it's just how do we make sure that we're safe with it. That's probably my thoughts.
I don't know if it's going to be in 5 years, but I'm looking forward to how AI will, to some extent, help a lot with diagnosis and take away the subjectivity that a lot of, I think the profession suffers from, in the sense that for a patient, they will see one dentist and they'll be told one thing, and they'll see another and told another. And it's not that it's the wrong opinion necessarily, but it's that varied response because of personal experiences that patients, I think, have a lot of distrust for the profession overall.
Yes.
And I think that's what's really exciting about, like, with the integration of maybe AI with scanner systems, they'd be able to scan it and, for instance, be like, you have a gingival recession in this category. A lot less subjectivity, as opposed to just, I went to a checkup and the dentist said everything's fine. I went to another dentist and now they're saying that I've got gingival recession XYZ regions. So I think, as well as Dr. Jeremy was talking about in regards to like data collection and like efficiencies, potentially because AI will be able to input all the data from the radiographs, from the scans, from the intraoral photos, you could probably like generate something that the patient gets a really comprehensive understanding. Maybe it be like a report XYZ that's therefore allows them to take control as to what the issue is for them, and for them they could also put in a priority list for their personal wishes of what they care about. So if aesthetics is low, then technically, whilst AI might pick up that they've got gingival recession, if they've ticked they've got zero sensitivity, then actually discussing that gingival recession other than prevention, restorative might not necessarily be of a high priority for them. So I think it'll help us tailor treatment plans for them. That's just sort of where my mind goes.
I agree.
Sorry, I might add as well. I think the other thing that we've stressed a lot is it's not dentists or the profession versus AI, and that AI will take over, but it's actually dentists versus dentists who use AI. Similar to digital dentistry, and we see now how much scanners and 3D printers and all that has come into play, and that's still evolving. It's interesting to see how those who have kind of taken that on so early in their career, or even just later in their career, but trying to implement those kind of innovations. And we're seeing now that it seems to be just as good, not maybe even better than traditional methods. So same with AI. I think being someone who can use AI will just kind of really kind of speed run your career and profession as well. But yeah.
Yeah, like just to add to that, I don't think AI will replace the dentist.
No.
I think the dentist will still be responsible for the patient care and a lot of the patient's outcomes, but it'll be like a second check of what it is. So we'll be looking at the x-rays as well, but on top of that, AI can be there as well to highlight areas or things that we may have missed and help us to sort of, I think it's pretty fascinating even with its ability to like know with such accuracy, like the difference between the radiolucent lesions, like with to great accuracy, it can determine between like a keratocyst versus an ameloblastoma. And so I think like, you know, we just don't have that skill, and it's showing that to a great degree it's so much more accurate than us. So I'm very excited to use it as an adjunct to help us in our delivery of care.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
That's
you.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so I'm here with Sean and Michael from Centaur Software, known for Dental for Windows and Dental for Web. So these guys are the biggest in Australia and the world. Do I say that?
You can.
Yeah, I could say that. In Australia for sure. Been around for
20, actually more than that, 34 years
34
already.
years. So Michael is founder, director, and Sean is the CTO. So we're going to talk about future of dentistry, we're going to talk about AI. So what are you guys seeing in the industry? I mean, you guys are the incumbent, you've been here for so long. It's a time of rapid change. So Michael, what are you seeing?
Well, obviously it's like another revolution's coming through, because AI is very at the forefront of technology, and with any revolution comes dangers, and we have to be aware of implications of AI on the future of social implications and so forth. And a lot of our customers, they embrace AI, but at the same time, they believe that we have to be concerned about patient privacy, that anything to do with enabling AI have to come from acceptance by patients. And this concern has not really been very much there in the industry, but I think it's coming, and we need to be very much aware of what this revolution and what future brings to us, and balance it with how it affects the rest of society and the rest of the industry.
Yeah, I completely agree. And we were talking yesterday, Sean, about innovation and security and growth, but also doing it in a way that the practices can feel comfortable and not feel overwhelmed and not see all the 1,000 bright shiny objects that we're seeing.
Yeah. So our approach to AI is more about adding AI capabilities to the practice workflows rather than having some shiny modules that will get in the way of practice operations.
Yeah.
So our strategy has been and will be about just adding a little bit to uplift the experience of the user and to give them AI, but not in a way that would be overwhelming for the user or getting in the way of their experience flow. But in the end, what we are hoping to achieve is, with all these little uplifts, the entire user journey will be AI driven, but with the user still in control.
Yes.
So it is a little bit different to what a lot of people are doing these days, because the AI wave, most people think if you don't catch the wave in the fanciest way possible, then you're going to miss the boat. But our approach has been to be able to implement AI in a sustainable fashion, so practices will, for years to come, they will be able to use this, not move on to the next shiny thing. So that's how we look at it.
So very considered, very strategic, very much about the practices, and they're willing to adopt at speed.
Definitely.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing, both of you, as the risk right now, because we were talking yesterday about an AI organization that is not aware of APRA compliance, is not looking at data. You know, there's so many risks in this new world. What's your view? What are you seeing?
Well, the first thing is there are lots of AI companies, and every day there's a new company doing scribing or AI receptionists and all sorts of different AI solutions. So it is very important for practices to first understand what problem they're trying to solve. Are they bringing AI into the practice to help them identify problems, which is not the right way to go? Identify your problem first and do your research. I mean, no matter what you use, AI or no AI, the practice has a responsibility for the privacy and security of patient data.
100%.
So AI does not change that. So any solution, it doesn't have to be AI, needs to be APRA compliant, Australian Privacy Principle compliant. So it is very important, because the fines,
They're insane.
Yeah, the July 2025 release of the Australian Privacy Principles Addendum, a business could face fines up to $50 million for breaching the privacy. So it's very easy to get carried away looking at these shiny things, but very important.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And then the APRA fines, $60,000 for an independent, $120,000 for a group practice. You know, this is a real problem. So I'm going to asked you the question that you've already answered. So you're ensuring that every single product that is APIing with Dental for Windows, Dental for Web,
Yep.
reaches full compliance.
Correct. Obviously, it's important to make sure the data does not leave Australian shores.
Yep.
It stays fully in Australia. That's important. And from practice point of view, the risks are that they would take an AI and really would not obtain the same benefits that they're expecting.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you've got to have return on investment, and the AI that you're using have to be proven, and they have to, ensure that you're getting a return on funds. Sometimes you're using it because everyone's using it, but it may not actually get you what you're looking for in terms of growth of the practice, in terms of improving efficiency, improving the services to patients. So you've got to be watchful that you're getting the right AI, and it's not just that you follow the same path that everybody else is taking.
Right, shiny object.
Yeah, correct.
Anything you'd add?
Well, in terms of integrations, we provide API integrations, and very soon we'll have an MCP server where the integrations will be more liberated. So when we integrate with a third party, all we look for is that they are security compliant. They will keep patient data secure, but unfortunately, we are not able to tell whether they will solve every practice's problems. So what we want to make sure is the data is secure, but the ultimate call is with the practice as to whether that solution is right for them. We cannot dictate that. That's why we tell all our partners, we will partner with you, but we are not going to sell your product, because we are not going to force our customers, our practices, to use one product or the other when they have a wide variety of choices. So
you're putting in the safeguards and ensuring that everything is compliant, and then ultimately it needs to solve real business issues, and then it's up to the practice to make an informed decision.
Like anything, AI is the future. There's no doubt there are risks, there are pitfalls, but it's all going to be overcome. And at the end of the day, I guess it will bring a lot of benefits to the industry and to us as consumers of AI.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. That was incredible.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you. I'm here with Mark, who's the CEO of Core Practice, so one of Australia's most innovative PMS systems, would you say?
I most definitely would agree with you there. Australian made, supported, branded, fully Aussie.
Fully Aussie. So we're going to talk about AI.
Yeah.
What are you seeing, Mark, when you're talking to the practices that are running Core Practice? What are they saying?
Yeah, I guess AI, it is the buzzword at the moment, and it's understanding how it can help our dental clinics. So within Core Practice, we've got 3 areas of AI. So we've got, I guess, assisting the dentist with their note-taking. So we've sometimes got lots of complex cases. There's a lot of detail to get into those notes. And we've got an integration with a transcribing company where it summarises everything that happened in the clinic and pushes it into their notes. AI is also utilised on the clinical side of things, so looking at x-rays, intraoral images, and proposing treatment, so identifying caries. One in particular notes the top 6 things to look for. It'll also scan your entire database and pick out those patients that are ideal for clear aligners, say, or have got perio or missing teeth. Just trying to think where else we are, at-home dental checkups, so you can send an at-home dental checkup to a patient on their phone. They can take a photo of their teeth, upper arch, lower arch. AI will scan it, give them an oral health score out of 10, and then if it's below 8, I think it is, they're recommending to book an appointment. And also AI bots answering phones and the like. Yeah, AI is here to stay, and I think we've only just scratched the surface.
We have. So where are you seeing the biggest gaps when it comes to the opportunity that is AI?
Yeah, I feel it's just supporting the clinic with automation and education, and ensuring that we've... I guess if you've got a similar approach, then you can monitor your results and you can tweak and change. Amazing. So I feel AI can really help with systemising clinics and monitoring to make informed business decisions.
Brilliant. And if you could look into the future, 5 years, what would you see?
Oh, who knows? Hopefully I'll be retired. I'm not sure if AI can help me with that. But it is fascinating. So we're having conversations at the moment with AI businesses, OpenAI, about these agents.
Yeah.
So these agents, we're throwing out a wish list where it can scan their, say, core practice database and start to identify patients, communicate with them, push them into the appointment book. That's one side.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest challenge in the clinic is once you've got the patient in, is getting them to accept treatment.
Yep.
Helping them out with how they can afford it,
Yep.
following up. So I don't know what the
There's so
solution
much.
is, but these are,
so much
these are all,
opportunity.
we can understand where the issues are. And I guess when you bring humans into it, there's lots of different approaches of success.
Absolutely.
And if we can somehow automate and systemize, then we can monitor it. It's really exciting.
It is exciting times.
It
Thank
is.
you. Thank
Not
you
a
so much for
problem.
your time.